So it has been quite a year. Where do we start? Easy. Wall Street, with the Dow and the S&P hitting all-time highs for the first time since 2007. Investors have been treated to 20+% gains, 30% gains on the NASDAQ. Dominic Chu is here to talk about the biggest themes of the year for stocks. Dom, why don't you run us through some of the numbers of this superlative year?
I mean, it's superlative to say the very least. Those are some great numbers, but talk about a momentum trade. The Dow has hit around 44 all-time record highs just this year, 39 for the S&P 500. The NASDAQ composite, the best levels in 13 years. You got to go all the way back to 2000 to see where the NASDAQ was. This is all such a huge move for the stock market, and it's being driven, like you guys said before, by the consumer. The consumer discretionary stocks are among the best performing sectors in the S&P 500. That means when Americans open up their wallets and spend their hard-earned money, it drives our economy. An estimated 70% of our economy, guys, is driven by that consumer spending.
And then the other trend that we saw this year, all those stock buybacks. We were reporting at least one a week of a big company announcing a stock buyback. You know, how important were they?
You can't keep track of how, I mean, you can try. So at the end of the third quarter, there were an estimated $346 billion with a B of stock buybacks. Corporations have emerged as some of the biggest buyers of stock, just in general, in the entire market. Now, it's not just about those dividends or buybacks. It's also about dividends as well. We had a record payout for dividends this year, and we're not even over yet. The year's not even over. About $310 billion has been paid out in dividends. That's huge. We're returning all kinds of cash to shareholders.
Companies deploying their cash. Then there were the cases of companies seeking cash. I can't remember a year when more companies were stumbling all over themselves to come to market for stock offerings.
It's been amazing. And maybe this is the biggest sign of investor confidence returning. This idea that private investors want to go out and seek public capital to grow their businesses. I mean, again, we're not over yet. We're not anticipating any more big ones, but 222 IPOs, the most ever, even with the .com, even with the highs of 2007. We're seeing so many companies go public, and they're going hot. The Container Store, more than doubles. Sprouts Farmers Market, more than doubles. Voxeljet, and of course, Twitter, like you said, the banner one of the year so far.
So everybody's wondering what happens next year. Can we top anything a year like this?
Well, it's interesting because when you've had that kind of a bull run, you got to say, hey, maybe there's got to be a little bit of a pullback. But a lot of the Wall Street strategists are already putting out their forecasts for this coming year. And you got to say a lot of them are bullish. Morgan Stanley came out with theirs over 2,000. A couple of others are the same way. This could be a good year for the S&P 500 if those strategists are right.
All right, Dom Chu, thank you very much, and happy holidays to you.
Same to you guys.
You bet.